Morning came slowly to Kisumu, not with joy but with caution. The sun rose over Lake Victoria like an eye that had seen too much. Mist hovered above the water, thick, silent, heavy people gathered again beneath the old fig tree. Men, women, children, fishermen who should have been on the lake, traders who had abandoned their stalls. All eyes rested on the goat. It stood exactly where it had been the night before, unmoved, unbothered, chewing. Mama Atino crossed herself quietly. I tell you people, this is not an ordinary animal. Since yesterday my nets have come back empty. Even the lake is afraid. Ashing. The fish seller shook her head. Or maybe the lake is angry and this goat is its tongue. The goat lifted its head slowly, its eyes calm, ancient, knowing the lake hears you, even when you whisper, even when you lithe. The crowd froze. Baby stopped crying. Birds scattered from the fig tree. You fear me because I speak, but you have ignored louder voices for years. An elder stepped forward, Elder Odua, his back bent by age, his voice steady. If you speak for the lake, then tell us why have the fish disappeared? The goat turned toward the water. Once the lake was a mother. She fed without asking, she healed without complaint. But a mother can be wounded. Images filled the minds of the listeners. Plastic, floating near the shore, dead fish oil stains, broken boats. You pour waste into her mouth, you scrape her belly without rest, you fight each other over what she gives, and still you demand more. Young fishermen shouted, we are poor, what choice do we have? The goat looked at him. Poverty explains, hunger not destruction. There was a time when elders spoke, and the young listened, when nets were shared, when greed was shame. Now, you steal from each other at night, then pray together in the morning. Thunder rolled in the distance. Mama Atino dropped her basket. This goat speaks like my late father because truth never dies, it only changes its mouth. Their group of youths whispered nervously, what if the chiefs hear of this? What if the government comes? Those who fear truth always come to silence. If the goat stepped forward. Dust rose beneath its hooves last night, when you slept. The lake called it, did not shout it. Wept. A hush fell heavier than the mist. It said, tell them the storms will grow, tell them the fish will vanish, tell them hunger will visit every HOME, not as punishment, but as consequence. Elder Odua gripped his stick tighter. What must we do? The goat paused long enough to make hearts pound. First, speak truth among yourselves. Stop bribing silence. Stop praising thieves. Stop mocking those who protect the lake. Second, clean what you have dirtied. The lake does not need your songs. It needs your hand. Satching wiped tears from her face. And if we fail, the goat looked back at the water, then Kisumu will forget its blessing, and your children will ask, why did the lake abandon us? A gust of wind swept through the crowd. Ripples raced across the water. The lake has not abandoned you. You walked away. First the goat lowered its head again, chewing silent as if nothing had happened. People stood unsure, some afraid, some thoughtful, some angry. The young boy from yesterday stepped forward again. If you speak for the lake, will you speak again? The goat did not look up. I will speak. As long as the lake has breath. The boy smiled. The elders exchanged worried glances. From afar, a motorbike engine roared, coming fast. When truth speaks through the unexpected, power listens, fear reacts, and change begins.